Every day, a lady would make 2 loaves of bread, one for her family and another for anyone who would walk past her house. She noticed that every day the same man came and took the loaf of bread. The man would always say, "The evils that you are doing stay with you, but the kindnesses will come back to you." He kept coming every day, and the women felt angry because he was the only one who took the bread. One day, she decided to get rid of the man. She put poison in the loaf of bread. But as she was about to give it to the man, she thought to herself, "What am I doing?" and threw the loaf into the fire. She gave him the loaf of bread that was for her family, and the man took the bread and said again, "The evils that you are doing stay with you, but the kindnesses will come back to you." A couple of minutes later, she heard a knock on the door. She opened the door, and there stood her son in dirty clothes, tired and pale. He told her, "I was walking in the forest when I fell into a deep hole. I was there for 3 days and was dying from hunger, but a man saved me. He brought me a ladder, took care of me, and gave me a big warm loaf of bread." There was a farmer who regularly sold butter to a baker. One day, the baker decided to weigh the butter to see if he was getting the exact amount that he asked for. He found out that he wasn't, so he took the farmer to court. The judge asked the farmer if he uses any measure to weigh the butter. The farmer replied, "Your Honor, I'm primitive. I don't have a proper measure, but I do have a scale." The judge replied, "Then how do you weigh the butter?" The farmer replied, "Your Honor, long before the baker started buying butter from me, I have been buying a pound loaf of bread from him every day. When the baker brings the bread, I put it on the scale and give him the same weight in butter, if anyone is to be blamed. It's the baker morale of the story in life. You get what you give, don't try to cheat others."
Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there lived a humble baker. On was known for his delicious pastries, but even more so for his generous heart. Every day he would set aside a portion of his baked goods to give to those in need. One cold winter day, a young girl entered bakery. She was homeless and hadn't eaten anything all day. Seeing her situation, Baker offered her a warm meal and a kind smile. Touched by his generosity, girl promised to pay it forward someday. Years passed, and girl grew up to become a successful entrepreneur. She never forgot Baker's kindness and decided to repay it in a special way. She returned to the bakery, now a bit run down, and offered to renovate it, making it more inviting and modern. Baker was overwhelmed by girl's gesture. His small act of kindness had rippled through time, creating a wave of generosity. And so, this story teaches us that every act of generosity, no matter how small, has the power to change lives. It's a reminder that we all have the ability to make a difference, one gift at a time.